Hey guys, I want to talk a little bit about a fairly common problem, especially with FJRs it seems, because of the bag locks. But this applies to many motorcycles out there, many Yamahas for the last decade or so, and some other brands, and that is the softness of your OEM keys. Now, a lot of people have no idea this problem exists because they haven't run into it or haven't run into circumstances that show the problem. This metal, this is an OEM key. Got my other one in the ignition there. It has a tendency to be very soft and flexible. Okay, I can bend it here like this in my hand. This one's already bent, so I don't mind kind of screwing this one up, and it's just not supposed to happen. I mean, people have no idea that keys can be that bendy. All right, this is not like your car key, it's not like your house key. It is thin, it is flexible, it is bendable. The problem is the ignition cylinder is very, very sensitive to that type of bend. The key does need to be very straight in order for it to turn. Okay, it'll go in if it's a little bent, but it won't turn. Now the thing is, your gas cap doesn't use all the tumblers. So this one is not as susceptible. I have read that a few people have accidentally bent the keys in the gas cap. Sometimes it's just from trying to turn it, trying to turn the part itself. Just a blank, no, that's a real key. Oh, come on, see? I can't even turn it now because this is just slightly bent. And you can see it's really not that bent, but that won't open. So it doesn't take much to really be screwed. There you go. This one here, this is my other OEM key. Turns without any effort. Okay, now the problem is you can easily bend this key inside a cylinder, such as this gas cap, or such as, and more commonly, the bag locks. Now, I bent mine accidentally just by having the key in the ignition like this, and I was loading some cargo and I had my camera case. And I just set my camera case up here on the seat, and I kind of like, just set it down like this, and it bent the key just a little bit that way. And that's all it took. I had no idea it was bent. It operated the tank okay. I mean, it operated the bag okay, but sure enough, I put it in the ignition, and it did what you saw there with the gas cap. Wouldn't turn the ignition. So, see, and that one does not turn. Just from being bent that tiny, tiny little bit. You can barely see it. And that's just from my hand. Just from my hand. Try to bend it back a little bit here. Nope. That key's screwed. Just from that tiny, tiny little bend. Can you even see it? Can you tell what part is bent, which direction? I can't. I really can't. I mean, it's got a little tiny bend at the tip here I could maybe notice. But other than that, I mean, I'd have to really put it down on a flat surface. Luckily, what I did to unbend it and get myself home, because I didn't have a spare key on me, I bent it with my hand until it was straight enough. But, I mean, that's all it took, was just a little slap of cargo. So, what's the solution? Well, one is you can get a whole bunch of spare keys and carry them around. But I took the better route, and I got an aftermarket key blank. Now, this is going to depend greatly on your area, if you have to do this by mail order like I did, or if you'll have a local store or locksmith that carries these blanks. This is, I'm going to read you the part number, YH35ABP. All right, and this is a silica blank. Let me try to focus it there for you. There you go. And I got this from a website called keys4yourride.com, and that's the number 4 UR, keys4yourride.com. They were, I believe, $5.40 a piece, and this is for the P version. The P on the end means plastic, and that means the key has this OEM style plastic tip on it. If you just, for whatever reason, want the standard metal end, they're like 50 cents cheaper, and they don't have the P on the end of the part number. And there are other brands and other blanks that work. Like I said, you can hit up your local store, your Ace Hardware, your Home Depot, Lowe's, any local locksmiths. They may or may not carry this. None of mine did. I went to all of those and called several more locksmiths. Absolutely nobody carried motorcycle blanks, let alone this P version. So I went ahead and ordered them. I had them, I don't know, 2-3 days later. No big deal. So I'm going to take my good key. I have a couple of these here. Get them down and get them cut. And I'm going to have better keys. Why are they better? Because they are much stronger. Okay, just feeling them in my hand, I'm not able to bend them. They feel night and day. They feel like regular house keys, like regular car keys. In comparison, these are like freaking butter. Just, I mean, they almost feel like those little tiny kid safe keys that are just like a wave. You know, they're not actually cut. That's how soft these feel. You can just bend them in your fingers. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I've never had a problem. The keys aren't any problem. I've never bent a key in my life. Well, good for you. Guess what? Lots of other people have. It is a material problem. It has nothing to do with the locks, nothing to do with the bike. It's just a material problem. These keys are inferior. Absolutely. And this proves it right here, because here's the blank. A lot better normal key material. That's it. That's all it takes. So there you go. Hope that helps somebody. I would suggest getting at least one of these made, swapping them out, make it your primary key. You know, save these for the next owner or whatever. I've already got one here that's DOA, unreliable, even though you can't see anything. It doesn't work. So I'm going to take my one good remaining key, get it duplicated a couple times, and be all set for, what, 15 bucks for 2 keys? Can't beat that. So there you go, guys. Hope that helps somebody. Remember, this is, you can Google it. There are other sources, of course. This is just the one that I had found and got a good deal from. Keysforyourride.com. Not pimping them out, but they work. See ya.